Welcome to the LDN radio show, brought to you by the LDN Research Trust. I'm your host, Linda Elsiegood. I have an exciting lineup of guest speakers who are LDN experts in their field. We will be discussing low-dose Naltrexone and its many uses in autoimmune diseases, cancers, etc. Thank you for joining us. This show is sponsored by our members who made donations. We'd like to give them a very big thank you. We have to cover the monthly costs of the radio station's software, bandwidth, phone lines and phone calls to be able to continue with the radio show. And thank you for listening. Today my guest is Bente from Denmark. And Bente has problems with a loose tailbone, which causes nerve pain because it's worn away the cartilage. Thank you for joining us today, Bente.
My pleasure.
Could you tell us how long ago it was when you first noticed that you had this problem?
That was back in September 13, so it's more than 5 years ago now.
Wow.
I had a fall on a stair.
Ah, was that the beginning of the problem?
That was the beginning, and then it was during a holiday, and when I came home, I went to the doctor, and he said, well, you just have to have patience. It can take up to about a year. And what happened was, because it was so loose, all the movements wore off the cartilage.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and as we were saying, you know, the cartilage is there to cushion the bones, so you've got bone rubbing on bone, causing the pain and trapping nerves, and it must be horrendous, the pain that you're going through.
Is. I had periods, 10 to 12 days, where I couldn't even sit down for 5 minutes. Couldn't get into the car to drive, couldn't go to work. I've been off work sick for 4 years.
Goodness. So at that time, what did your doctor offer you for the pain?
He first offered me the regular pain meds like ibuprofen and things like that. But then I ended up with gabapentin, Lyrica, morphine, and a lot of other stuff, and nothing helped.
Mm-hmm. So how many years did you have to put up with the pain before you found or heard about LDN?
Until February last year.
A long time.
4 years. Yeah.
A long time. So how did the pain affect you? You know, did you get any relief lying down? Could you sleep?
I slept fine, because lying down I didn't have any pain.
Wow, that was good.
But I just everything had to be done standing or walking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you were saying it was very painful to sit.
Yeah.
Mm.
I could actually feel the inflammation around my tailbone. It was like a tennis ball size of inflammation.
Mm-hmm. And that was all you offered? They didn't offer you anything else at the doctor's?
I went for 32 weeks to hospital. Every 6 weeks I had CT steroid injections. I had ganglion impar blocks. They were hesitative to remove the tailbone because the os sacrum has already been affected as well.
Mm-hmm. Goodness.
And then they sent me off to the pain management clinic, and that's where they informed me about LDN.
Oh, that was good. So it obviously must be quite easy to get LDN in Denmark.
No, it's not.
Really?
No, it's not.
So even though the pain clinic recommended you trying LDN, I mean, was it difficult to find a pharmacy, or how does it work over in Denmark?
There there are two pharmacies in Denmark producing LDN, and there are about 3% of the GPs prescribe LDN.
Mm-hmm.
I only got it because I got it from the pain management clinic, and then my own doctor couldn't really say no.
Ah, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was good. So when you first started, what dose did you start on?
I started quite high. I started at 1.125 milligrams because they gave me 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started with a quarter of a tablet. And it took me about 6 months to find my dosage, which is now at 3.325 milligrams.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what did you notice initially when you first started?
I was lucky because I felt pain relief nearly immediately. Only after a couple of days, I could feel a difference, a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
I did get some nausea and a little bit of headache, and then some lovely vivid dreams. Yeah, but the good ones.
Yes.
About a week, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
That was it, and then I only have the advantages now. Luckily, yeah.
Wow, that is really something. So, have you been back to your pain specialist?
No.
Okay, and what does your own doctor think to the results you've had with LDN?
Well, I can tell you now, I was the first person he prescribed LDN to. And he has about 20 patients now with all different diagnoses on LDN. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's...
So he's, he has learned and he's impressed. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now, you were saying before that it was painful to sit and you either had to stand or lie down. You know, can you sit now without too much pain, or is that still painful for you?
I'm 95% pain-free.
Really?
Yeah, I can drive in the car for 8 hours, no problem. I'm back full-time working.
Oh,
yeah.
That's incredible, isn't it?
It is lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the reason that you wore your cartilage away was because your tailbone, your coccyx, was moving. I mean,
exactly.
Is it still
the mechanical
moving?
Movement.
Is it still?
It is still moving. I can feel it clicking.
Okay. Yeah. So it's still doing the same, but pain-free.
Pain-free, yes.
Mm. So it's really made an enormous difference to your life then.
I'm back to my normal life again. Yes.
Mm. And what would you say to other people who would like to try LDN, and in Denmark where they might not be able to get a prescription easily? What would your advice be?
Well, we have an LDN group in Denmark. Has increased. When I joined in February last year, we were 800 members. Now we are 3,400. And you can find different files in there. You can print out and take to your doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have had success with those.
Good.
What I do not like is people keep comparing it to the cannabis and think it's sort of a magic pill, which obviously it is not. You have to have patience to find your right dosage, etc., etc. But because nobody knows about LDN, they tend not to believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
And what I tell them.
Yes. You were saying you could feel the inflammation in your tailbone beforehand, and you started the LDN. Did you do anything else? Did you change your diet or take extra supplements? Nothing?
No. I take extra B vitamins.
B vitamins?
D vitamins.
D, okay.
Yeah.
Well, in Denmark, I should think you don't get as much sun as we do in England, and we don't get that much.
I think it's about the same, but I take 95 micrograms of D vitamins.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
To have a number of around 120 when I go for my blood test.
Mm-hmm. So what else have you noticed? Because LDN produces more endorphins apart from helping with the pain. Have you found that your mood is better now on LDN than before?
I definitely have more energy than before, but whether that's due to the LDN or it's due to the fact that I am not troubled with pain all the time, it's probably a combination. Yeah.
And I should think that you feel better in yourself not having to take other medications that may not make you feel as good. Because
of course,
yeah.
Some of the meds I took really made my mind blurry. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? And all medications carry the risk of side effects, and the more that you take, the cocktail you put together, the higher the risk of getting those. Yeah. Well, that's amazing.
Sometimes I felt like I was suffering from an acute dementia.
Well,
it was horrible. Yeah.
You were on them for quite a long time before. Yeah. So it's a shame, really, that you didn't see the pain specialist sooner. That would have been a help.
Well, I was even lucky. Some people wait 8 to 10 years before they go to a pain management clinic.
Wow. That is a long time to be in pain, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
It was an 8-month program with both mindfulness, psychology. I had a psychologist, etc., etc. So that was really helpful.
Well, all I can say is thank you so much for sharing your story with us, and what an amazing guest you've been, and I wish you every success for the future.
Thank you very much, and I wish your LDN Research Trust group all the best and success.
Thank you.
Take care.
This show is sponsored by our members who made donations. We'd like to give them a very big thank you. We have to cover the monthly costs of the radio station's software, bandwidth, phone lines and phone calls to be able to continue with the radio show. And thank you for listening. Any questions or comments you may have, please email me, Linda, Linda, at ldnrt.org. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for joining us today. We really appreciated your company. Until next time, stay safe and keep well.